Tonight, we have an interview with a former Virgin Islands police officer who's just been released from prison after 9 years. This story you will only see on News Channel 8 as Wes Small files this exclusive report with Ron Pickard.
Well, today we have an exclusive interview with a former police officer who spent 9 years in federal prison, 9 out of an 11-year sentence. It was an infamous trial that News Channel 8 covered from beginning to end. We named it the Pickard trial. The last of the police co-defendants is finally out of prison and back home on St. Croix. News Channel 8 was granted this exclusive interview with Ron Pickard. Ronnie, it's been a long haul. First of all, how was it to go to prison and being a police officer?
Well, wow. Going to prison, as being a police officer, you know, it's pretty much like going to hell. You don't stand a chance. So, of course, you know, there've been many sleepless nights and stuff like that, worrying what gonna happen to me, if I'm gonna die, if I'm gonna survive, whatever. But to me, the way I see the whole thing with prison and me being incarcerated is that they didn't send a lamb to the lion's den. They sent a lion into the lion's den. So survival of the fittest was a must, by any means necessary. And I just thank God I'm out here right now, you know, just be here talking to you.
Well, I got to tell you, after 9 years, you look pretty good, like you didn't miss too many meals. But for people who don't know, what was the first stop after Puerto Rico? What was your first stop where you were incarcerated?
After Puerto Rico, I went to a place called Pennsylvania, Allenwood. I went there and I served for about 2-3 years at Allenwood.
Well, let's stop right there. When you first went in there and you were introduced to the first of all, were you isolated? Were you put where special people can go?
They sent me straight to the wolves.
Went in general population.
That's the bottom line.
And you were separated from your other co-defendants.
Right. Well, at first, me and my co-defendants were together in Guaynabo.
Right.
But when we came to the mainland, that's when we were all separated.
You were all separated. So take us to that first day when you had to walk the line, so to speak, and your heart had to be going 1,000 beats a minute. Did you make it? Did you get beat up? Were you assaulted? What happened?
Well, you know, there's certain things that happen in prison I pretty much can't talk about, but, you know, I survived. You know, I wasn't greeted with arms open. Nobody wasn't there to give me a hug. They were to give me everything except a hug. But like you said, point blank, and I thank God, you know, pretty much, you know, self-defense and how to protect myself and stuff like that, and that's what I had to do.
Right.
But after a while, people know your case. People know that you basically kept your mouth shut, that you didn't go to prison for ratting, you know, chota. You know, you kept your code of silence. You did what you did. Although I didn't commit no crime, I still did my time.
You still feel that you were innocent?
Absolutely. I think it's clear that the people here in the Virgin Islands know that this was not a trial. This was a lynch mob. But I'm not going to go into the details of that. You know, what happened in the past, to me, everything is over. I just thank God, you know, I'm here.
How old are you now, Ronnie?
37.
You're 37. All right. So now you're in there, and tell us about this one instance. You were telling me you had to fight on several occasions, and you were sent to what they call the hole. For how long?
I was in home for prayer about 8 months.
8 months. Describe that to me.
Oh my God, that's like the Count of Monte Cristo. You're locked down 23 hours a day, and it's a trick. You know, you're supposed to get 1 hour of rec, and the 1 hour rec that we could have gotten, only the rats, the informers, were given a 1 hour rec. So they asked us, "Do you want a rec?" So of course we're gonna say no, because we. But then again, on their side, it's like, you can't say we didn't offer you no recreation.
I see. So it's a catch-22.
It's a catch-22. So I'd rather just stay in the hole like the Count of Monte Cristo and just rot until my time to come.